A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English. 'Cause it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everybody, welcome back to A+ English. I'm Pat.
And I'm Laura.
And we're on day 2 of our story, Bunnicula, a rabbit tale of mystery. So yesterday we learned that the dog of this family could read an ancient language from the Carpathians. So let's think about that word read in our warm-up question. Do you like to read books? If yes, which is your favorite? If not, why?
I used to love solving crimes and, detectives related ones. So Nancy Drew used to be my favorite. Not a big fan, of Harry Potter, those kind of books. I also enjoy funny ones like Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, those are great. You guys should read those to improve your English.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
I used to read a lot more when I had some more spare time. These days, I read with my ears.
Oh,
I listen
okay.
if I'm on the MRT, if I'm going somewhere at night, audio books, a lot of books.
They have those.
A lot of audio books I listen to. Reading, I still do when I have time, but I do like fantasy stories. I like Lord of the Rings. Malazan Book of the Fallen, or any kind of good fantasy, I'm all for it. Okay, now this is a bit of a fantasy story as we have a rabbit with fangs, animals that can talk. What on earth will happen next? Let's read through day 2 and find out.
Bunnicula, a rabbit tale of mystery. Warm-up question. Do you like to read books? If yes, which is your favorite? If not, why?
The Monroes named the rabbit Bunnicula. It's a mix of bunny and Dracula. They put Bunnicula in a cage, give him food, and go to bed. Every night when the Monroes are sleeping, Chester reads books. He decides to read The Mark of the Vampire. A few days later, Chester takes a good look at Bunnicula. The black pattern on his fur looks like a cape, and he has fangs. Chester thinks,
Is Bunnicula a vampire?
Soon, Bunnicula gets out of his cage at night. The Monroes find something strange in the refrigerator the next morning. It looks like a white tomato with no juice inside. What happened to it?
So remember, we've got the Monroe family. They're humans. They've got a cat and a dog who can kind of talk and figure stuff out. And they just brought home a rabbit with black and white fur and fangs. And they did this after watching the movie Dracula. So there's a lot of clues as to where this is going. We see the Monroes name the rabbit Bunnicula.
所以 Monroes 这个家族呢，就把这个兔兔取名为什么呢？ Bunnicula， 可是要注意哦 ，bunny 是不是兔子？然后他们刚去看完 Dracula 德古拉吸血鬼，所以你们现在有猜到 Bunnicula 这个字哦。不过 first let's take a look at this word, a name. It's used as a verb here, so let's take a look at this word. Name 在本课可不是当作名词用，因为名词就是名字嘛。这里是当作动词来用，就是给什么取名。像是如果我有一只狗，你们猜猜我会叫它什么名字呢？ If I had a dog, I want to name it Bear Bear, 熊熊，有没有超可爱的呢？因为很多狗我觉得长得很可爱，就像熊熊一样可爱。我们来看一下单字例句的用法。Andy and Jessica decided to name their new puppy Lucky. 这好像很多人都叫它狗 Lucky 耶。Andy 跟 Jessica 决定将他们的新幼犬取名为 Lucky。
Or we could say the parents decided to name their baby Christopher. Or anything. So why bunicular? Well, Laura sort of explained that. It's a mix of bunny and Dracula. Bunicular.
OK， 所以大家有猜到 bunicular 这个名字，它其实就是由兔兔 bunny 这个字以及 Dracula 德古拉这两个字而组合成的。它是他们的两个的 mix together 的版本。mix 这个字我们来看一下，它是我们第二个 word power word 哦。我们来看一下本课的 mix 是个名词哦，就是混合结合。但事实上呢，它也可以平常当做动词来用，也有混的意思。像是这个是小时候都会做 ，You can make green by mixing blue and yellow paint。就是如果我们要颜料是绿色的，我们就只要把蓝色跟黄色 mix， 就是混起来，然后就有这个绿色哦。我们来看一下单字例句要怎么用，当做名词的用法哦。This drink is a mix of grape juice and apple juice. They taste good together. 听起来就很好喝。这款饮料是葡萄汁跟苹果汁的混合，它们加在一起很好喝哦。
We could also say this noodle dish has a mix of sweet and sour flavors.
Sounds like Thai food.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so the Munros have named this black and white bunny with fangs Bunicular. Seems to fit. We then see they put Bunicular in a cage, give him food, and go to bed.
OK， 所以这里呢，就是提到说他们把 Bunicular 放在一个笼子里，给它食物啦，并且呢，就去睡觉咯。OK， 这个是一个 A、B and C 的平行句构哦。那英文常见的一个就是句子，就是有平行结构。这个是什么呢？就有点像数学，所以当单字或者是句子结合在一起的时候，必须确保每一个部分都是同等的价值，也就是同样的形式。所以举例来说，如果我要说我喜欢做什么事情，后面接的东西都是要 parallel 要平行的，像是 I like eating, binge watching, and sleeping.
Sounds fun. Now, when you do those three things, sometimes you will see commas after the first two things. So, eating, comma, sleeping, comma, and binge watching. Not everybody will put in that second comma. The second comma it's called a serial comma or an Oxford comma. And there's a big argument out there that some people say it makes the sentence more clear and some people say you don't really need it. But you can decide which one you prefer. Here's another example of it. Taiwan's flag is red, comma, white, comma, and blue. So the article continues. Every night when the Munros are sleeping, Chester, remember that's the cat, reads books.
他的狗跟猫都很聪明耶，所以我们来看一下，每天晚上当 Munros 他们一家人在睡觉的时候，Chester 就是那只猫哦，它就会看书。注意哦，这里的 every 可以当做一个限定词，所以我们后面是可以加单数名词，像是 every day or every week. Okay, I watch Netflix.
Every day, maybe.
对，没错。
Or every Sunday I take my son to soccer practice, that kind of thing. So, Chester likes a good book, and one day we see he decides to read The Mark of the Vampire.
OK， 所以 vampire 是什么呢？就是吸血鬼咯，它是一个名词。所以回到课文，他提到的是，他决定呢要阅读一本书，就是 The Mark of the Vampire， 就是吸血鬼的印记，这是一本书哦。
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of movies, TV shows with vampires. It's an undead monster, so it's died, but it's still alive. It drinks blood with its fangs. Count Dracula, of course, is pretty much the most famous story vampire. Okay, so Chester has read this book, so he's now thinking a lot about vampires. The article then says, a few days later, Chester takes a good look at Bunicular.
OK， 所以take a good look， 我们先来看这个片语哦。 这是什么呢？就是仔细的观看或是检查。所以还记得吗？他看了一本关于吸血鬼的书，所以几天后呢，他就仔细的观看或是检查这个 Bunnicula。
We could also say the doctor took a good look at the red mark on my arm. So, what does Chester see when he has a really good look at the rabbit? The article says, the black pattern on his fur looks like a cape, and he has fangs, which of course we already knew.
OK， 所以他这时候检查到什么？他的兔毛上面的黑色图案看起来就像一个斗篷，吸血鬼的斗篷，而且它还有尖锐的牙齿啊！天哪，到底它是不是一个吸血兔呢？我们先来看一下我们刚刚提到的 pattern 这个字，因为它是我们的 word power word。Let's check it out。Pattern 这个字就是图案、花样，它是一个名词，所以通常我们的衣服上可能会有点点的这种图案，就叫做 polka dots。那如果是条纹的，就是 stripes。举例来说 ，I like the patterns on your socks. They look like smiley faces. 我很喜欢你袜子的图案，看起来是像那种笑脸的图案。我们来看一下单字例句的用法。Lisa's dress has a pattern of circles, lines.And hearts. Lisa 的洋装有这个圆圈，然后 lines 就是线条，还有爱心组成的图案。
Or if you're wearing a big Christmas sweater, it might have a pattern of reindeer or bells or something like that on it. Like a bell, 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 reindeer, 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 or Santa face, Santa face, Santa face, something like that. So, this rabbit has black and white fur, and it kind of looks like a cape. But what's fur?
Fur 其实就是动物的毛啊，或者是毛皮 kind of like animal hair.
Exactly. Most tigers have orange and black fur, for example. And this fur makes it look like a cape.
Okay. Are we giving away too much information?
I think it's pretty obvious.
对啊，就是 cape 其实就是斗篷或是有披肩的意思，它是一个名词。Okay, I can think of other figures like heroes. They're wearing capes as well, right?
Yeah, Superman wears a cape, Batman wears a cape, a few of the Avengers have capes on, that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's, and if you've seen any of the Dracula movies, Count Dracula often wears a cape. So, Chester thinks the obvious. Is Bunnicula a vampire?
Chester 很聪明，他这时候就想拼凑了拼图。他说 Bunnicula 到底是不是一个吸血鬼或是吸血兔呢
？So is he going to go and bite all of the other rabbits? Well, we see in the article, soon, Bunnicula gets out of his cage at night.
What's he gonna do? 所以很快的呢，不久后呢 Bunnicula 他晚上就跑出了笼子。
Now is everybody going to die? No, it's not quite that kind of story. We see in the article, the Munros find something strange in the refrigerator the next morning.
所以隔天的早上 Monroes 一家人他们在冰箱里面找到怪怪的一些事情一个东西。这里有提到 something strange or if we use anything, nothing, something 再接一个形容词，这也是我们今天的 Magic Box 的文法重点要教大家So let's go to our Magic Box.
Magic Box。
大家好，我就是阿拉丁。大家呢都因为我穷看不起我，不过没有关系哦。我遇到的这个呢，国王的大臣哦，他叫甲方，他叫我呢进去这个恐怖的洞穴里面拿宝物。这个洞穴这么恐怖，there must be something precious here。里面呢一定有很多很珍贵的东西吧？但是他叫我别乱拿。我们呢还是听他说的，找找神灯在哪里就好吧。说到这大家认识形容词吗？形容词顾名思义呢，就是要用来形容名词的咯。通常呢，我们知道它是放在名词的前面来做修饰。例如说呢，漂亮的女孩 a beautiful girl， 好吃的面包 a delicious bread， 这边美丽的、好吃的都是形容词，但是你知道吗？形容词有时候也可以放在名词后面来修饰哦。当然，我们呢要用形容词来修饰代名词的时候呢，就可以把形容词放到后面去咯。是哪一些代名词呢？例如something、anything、nothing。OK， 当我们呢看到这些代名词的时候注意到呢，我们呢就要把形容词放到它们的后面去咯。听起来很玄，但是你看到例句一定就明白了。首先呢，我们可以用 something 来造一个句子，比方说你饿了很久 ，Oh, I have something good for you。我准备了一些很棒的东西要给你哦。这个呢是我刚刚买的三明治 ，I have something good for you。注意到呢，句子里面的 good 这个形容词是放在 something 的后面。OK， 我有一些好的东西。如果你说 I have good something， 这个呢就是错误的用法咯。另外我跟阿布呢很常在街上偷东西，但别误会了，我们呢这个叫做劫富济贫哦。Did you see anything valuable at the store？ 你在店里面有没有看到什么值钱的东西啊？这里呢一样valuable 有价值的、珍贵的，我们呢就放在 anything 的后面。最后呢，我们可以看一下 nothing 没有任何东西了。假如呢我们进到店里，真的没有任何值钱的东西哦。老板呢跟我们一样穷，是需要帮助的人，哈哈哈。值钱的呢，我们一样使用 valuable 来形容。没有任何值钱的东西，这句你该怎么说呢？没有错 ，There's nothing valuable here。这里没有任何值钱的东西。记得咯，当我们遇到 something、anything、nothing 这种代名词的时候，形容词呢是放在它们的后面来修饰咯。
So they found something strange, something that is not normal in their refrigerator.
Where?Refrigerator 是哪里呢？我们来看一下这个字，它是什么意思哦。Refrigerator 其实就是冰箱，它是一个名词。如果你觉得这个字好长哦，你可以记它口语的说法，就是 fridge， F-R-I-D-G-E， 这是它的拼法。那通常呢，如果你打开冰箱觉得臭臭的 ，something smells bad，ew 是什么呢？原来是冰箱有坏掉的剩饭或是剩菜，那就很恶啦。这时候你就可以提醒对方 ，you need to throw away the leftovers in your refrigerator， 一定要丢掉。如果过期，这个冰箱会有细菌。我们来看一下单字例句的用法。Please put the cheese and milk in the refrigerator.Before they go bad， 请在起司和牛奶变质之前要把它们放进冰箱。
You might say, I don't have much in my refrigerator or fridge right now, just some eggs, some milk, and a few vegetables. So what is this something strange in the Munro's refrigerator? Well, the article says it looks like a white tomato or tomato? With no juice inside.
白色的，所以看起来是一个白色的番茄，可是里面已经没有番茄汁了耶。
It's been made into ketchup. Now, you'll note there that in British English we say tomato. American English they would say tomato. Okay, but either way, the article asks, what happened to it?
对啊，到底这个番茄发生什么事情呢？ Or maybe it's a new brand of tomatoes.
Yes, mate. We're going to make white ketchup.
白番茄。
Well, we're going to find out exactly what happened tomorrow, but right now we're going to go to our review time activity.
Review
time.So let's review some of today's word power words by putting them in questions. So what would you name a pet animal? Now, I remember you mentioned this. If you had a dog, you would name it
熊熊 which is bear.
And if you had a cat, what would you name that?
Maybe Doraemon.
Oh,
Because Doraemon is
he's
a robot cat.
He's a gadget cat, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea. I think at this point in my life, my kids would get to name the animals. It's a fun thing for them to do.
So cute.
You know, I've had fun naming them, so they can now name something else. So I probably wouldn't is the answer. If I had one of my own, I'd probably name it after probably a character in a book I liked.
Okay.
You know, or a book I've written, something like that. Okay, we also had the word refrigerator. So what 3 things do you always have in your refrigerator?
我跟你讲 this is really not healthy, but I have Coke Zero. And eggs. I think eggs are so important. You actually have it in all sorts of dishes or cooking.
Okay.
And instead of milk, I actually have soy milk.
Soy milk.
Yeah,
okay.
就是豆浆.
All right.
I prefer to drink soy milk. But what
Sure.
about you?
I'm always going to have milk. I think that's going to always be there for breakfast, for making stuff, that kind of thing. What else is always going to be in there, no matter what else goes on? I would probably say eggs as well.
Yeah.
If
真的
eggs was
蛋很
missing.
重要耶.
Cheese would probably be the third one, I imagine.
Okay.
And these days it's fruit. There's always going to be some kind of fruit in there. Okay, so that's refrigerator. Another word power from today was pattern. What pattern do you prefer, like especially to wear? Spots, stripes, or something
I like
else?
heart shapes.
Okay, you'd wear clothes
爱心
with heart shapes on?
Or, okay, smiley face, a smiley face.
Okay.
笑脸的那种大大的.
If I'm talking clothes, I would wear stripes. I think stripes suit me a lot better than spotted patterns.
I don't really like spots. Yeah.
Square little checks, square patterns, I think.
Those are great.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence. Yes, no, but stripes I was probably the top of that.
I don't get sick of stripes. Yeah.
No, and they can be vertical as well, which is a different sort of pattern. Okay, well, that is all the time we've got right now. Join us again tomorrow for part 3 of our story, Bunnicula. See you then. Bye for now.
Bunnicula, a rabbit tale of mystery. Warm-up question. Do you like to read books? If yes, which is your favorite? If not, why?
The Monroes named the rabbit Bunnicula. It's a mix of bunny and Dracula. They put Bunnicula in a cage, give him food, and go to bed. Every night when the Monroes are sleeping, Chester reads books. He decides to read The Mark of the Vampire. A few days later, Chester takes a good look at Bunnicula. The black pattern on his fur looks like a cape, and he has fangs. Chester thinks,
Is Bunnicula a vampire?
Soon, Bunnicula gets out of his cage at night. The Monroes find something strange in the refrigerator the next morning. It looks like a white tomato with no juice inside. What happened to it?
Word power.
Name. Name. Andy and Jessica decided to name their new puppy Lucky. Andy and Jessica decided to name their new puppy Lucky. Mix. Mix. This drink is a mix of grape juice and apple juice. They taste good together. This drink is a mix of grape juice and apple juice. They taste good together. Pattern. Pattern. Lisa's dress has a pattern of circles, lines, and hearts. Lisa's dress has a pattern of circles, lines, and hearts. Refrigerator. Refrigerator. Please put the cheese and milk in the refrigerator before they go bad. Please put the cheese and milk in the refrigerator before they go bad.
认识字汇
Vampire. Vampire. Fur. Fur. Cape. Cape.